The most transcendent basketball player in the modern era, smashing three-point records, continuing to separate himself from everyone else on the all-time three-point ladder. Every team now implements the outside shot. Although many offenses have tried to run more plays for their top outside shooters, nobody makes them rain like Steph. 10 years ago, the idea of taking a pull-up three in transition on the fast break was lunacy. Before Curry took over, the leading three-point shot maker were the ideal role players, spot-up catch and shoot specialists. Following Steph's emergence, other superstars like Harden and Lillard had some of the highest volume trays, shooting them off the dribble thanks to his revolutionary style. Back to the basket bigs who can't shoot ran out the league in a hurry. Having the center position change with Jokic, Embiid, and Karl Towns capable shooting from distance, former back to the basket legend Brook Lopez even becoming one of the best 7-foot snipers, extending his career, a testament to a generational megastar. Having 25 games hitting at least 10 trays, no other player in history has reached double figures. Number 2 all-time teammate Klay Thompson with 9, Dame Lillard has 5. Safe to say that record won't be surpassed in a very long time given all the magical shooting display. What actually happened? In every game, Steph Curry drained more than 10 three-pointers. Starting with his very breakout performance, introducing himself to the association after being snubbed in All-Star, the 24-year-old fully healthy season, having his angles taken care of, bomb after bomb against the number 2 team in the East. Every time New York had a sizable advantage, Steph responds out of nowhere. Many thought this was a one-hit wonder performance after scouts doubted what Curry was doing in college unsustainable in the NBA. Performing at the Mecca, the arena where he officially became number 1 on the three-point list, gave Steph the ultimate confidence, an early warning sign for the league. Fast break bombs, still under the Mark Jackson regime, went an insane 11 of 13 from deep, 18 of 28 shooting, becoming the first player to drop over 50 on at least 10 bombs. That 54-point piece became a season high for a single game, mapped out the taste for what we were going to witness the next decade and counting. Even the Garden crowd cheered, a game David Lee suspended, allowing Curry the green light to do whatever he wanted. After a 4-point first quarter, 23 in the second, New York, the better team, survived the 109-105 win. Curry finally gained heavy recognition 2 months later, his very first playoffs. His next game with 11 trays didn't come until 3 years later. His unanimous MVP season, a 44-4 record on verge of history, came out the gate, making the Verizon Center ring louder than the vice president's alarm bell. 17 quick points, making all 6 shots, first 6 minutes 33 seconds. Had his second 50-point game of the season, coming off screens, off the dribble, master at getting to his spots, doing what he does best, leading to a 134-121 win. At a time where the Big Three at its best, Draymond Green recorded his 10th triple-double of the season, setting the franchise record in the season with 33 games remain. Klay dropped 24, Steph already 36 first-half points, 7 bombs opening period. During the second quarter, made 11 of his first 12 shots, 7 of 8 threes, dropping 29, having an insane 120.8 true shooting percentage, overshadowing John Wall's 41. Steph also tied Gilbert Arenas and Michael Jordan's 51-point record for most points in the Verizon Center. But that wasn't even Steph's best performance of the one-upped his three-point basket. The legendary ABC Saturday evening, February 27 game in OKC, easily one of his 5 most memorable games all time, signified his status, eventually becoming the first unanimous MVP. Had Curry not played another single game for the season, already locked up the Most Valuable Player award. Many still believe this was the best Golden State game in franchise history and one of those regular season contests many remember what they were doing that day while watching greatness unfold. OKC 41-17, led by the last 2 scoring champs, superstar Durant and Westbrook, against the 52-5 historical Warriors, featured the reigning MVP versus the 2014 MVP. As intense a regular season game anyone will see. OKC an 11-point lead, 5 minutes left, Golden State down 7 under 3 to play. Curry hit an insane bomb over the outstretched arms of Steven Adams. Then again, Durant drained what looked like to be the dagger, Dubs forced a turnover, Iggy's clutch free throws leading to OT, down 4, Big catch and shoot for his 10th bomb, an absolute filthy dagger in the face of Kyle Singler. Another Russ miss, Iggy secures rebound, having a timeout, Golden State doesn't call it, Steph literally does the impossible. The first double bank call we ever seen.
They do have a timeout, decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown, bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
Everybody in disbelief. The perfect game that embodies Steph Curry's greatness, one of the most intense and exciting matchups of any NBA games known to mankind. Nobody remembers Klay's quiet 32 points, Draymond's 14 boards, 14 assists, 6 steals, and 4 blocks. Golden State's determination to win unmatched. Over the last decade, this regular season game top 3 in many opinions. Everybody left speechless that night, having goosebumps at the highest of highs. Steph eventually broke his dozens 3 mark just over 8 months later, November 7, 2016, the 7th game of the season, having a big 4 with KD, dropped 46 on 16 of 26, super efficient, 13 bombs on 17 attempts, officially set the record for most trades in a single game until teammate Klay Thompson broke that mark nearly 2 years later. If anyone was to one-up that, the obvious choice still Steph. After coming off his 2nd straight MVP season and going 0 of 10 from 3 days before against the Lakers, ended 157 consecutive games with a threes made. A bounce-back contest was an understatement. Every shot in the flow of the offense, high-level ball movement, using that 0 of 10 to motivate himself, setting a record only Curry of all players capable of, a 116-106 win. February 1st, 2017, 15-point win over Charlotte, just 30 minutes, 11 of 15 from 3, 39 points, 8 assists, 3 steals, sat out the entire 4th, having 8 bombs and 26 at halftime, paying homage to his pops who drained a bomb pregame with a suit on. Before doing color commentary for the Hornets, watch his son put on an absolute clinic, including this underrated highlight, dropping Marvin Williams to his knees. After missing the previous game with a stomach flu, Curry had a masterful 43 his previous game against the Clippers, 20 bombs alone the last 6 quarters, more impressively destroying the Hornets without even attempting a single free throw, a weird outcome but insanely effective result when getting in the best rhythm, making shots from all angles, his 5th career game of at least 11 trades, 14 of 20 shooting, easy blowout dub. October 24, 2018, yet again against Washington. After winning title number 3, just the 5th game of the season, needed under 32 minutes, going an insane 11 of 16 from deep, season high 51 bomb, put up 21 opening quarter at the young age of 30, passing Jamal Crawford for 5th most threes all time, started 5 for 5. Torched John Wall once again, his most spectacular basket, catching the ball left side, didn't even think twice, just casually drained it like nothing. Few plays later, brought the ball back before just pulling up, hand in his face, didn't matter. An 18-point lead end of 3, rested the final 12 minutes, his teammates only made 4 other shots from deep, reminding the world he wasn't slowing down anytime soon. January 13th, 2019, his 2nd meeting with rookie Luka, super competitive tight contest, the ran switch play calls, having the ball go to red hot Curry down the stretch instead of taking shots himself. The much slower declining DeAndre Jordan had no chance. Steph only went to the line 3 times, poured in a game high 48, torched Wesley Matthews, rookie Jalen Brunson, and DJ the whole game. Led to a 4th quarter comeback, delivered the biggest dagger with 42 ticks left over the tightly contested Dorian Finney-Smith, the most trades ever allowed by a Mavs opponent. Next 11 bomb game, March 29th, same season in Minnesota, the team that passed up on him twice. Johnny Flynn already been out the league for 7 years, but the result of the game, not what many expected. Minnesota actually won this one, 131-130 in overtime. The 31-year-old put up 11 trades on 19 attempts, 37 points, 42 minutes, appeared to have everything under control, 19-point 3rd quarter blown lead, Minnesota even up 9, 141 left. This game resulted in one of the biggest absolute travesty ending screwed by the refs. Balling out of his mind, drained his last 3 outside jumpers, last 94 seconds of overtime. Durant originally drained the bomb, but ref claimed Keita Bates-Diop made contact before shooting motion, an egregious call. Golden State having to draw up another play for Curry to silence the building.
Seconds left, you need to do it again. Curry for 3. He made it!
A game that was supposed to go to double OT, only for the whistles deciding the outcome, KD making little to no contact, half a second remained. Of course, the players went off on the officiating. Despite the loss, this game reminded everybody how unstoppable the duo of KD and Steph were. The loss resulted in one of the most controversial games of the season. The post-Durant era, after playing all but 5 games of 2020 season, Curry's masterful efforts dragging a weak supporting cast to the 8th seed, unfortunately losing both play-ins, February 6, 2021, made a case for his MVP argument. Already down 18-2 to start, single-handedly almost led his team to victory. One of the greatest Curry vs Doncic duos, poured in his second best scoring high of the year, 57 points. A month after his 62-point bomb on Portland, hit just 8 threes that game. Dallas bigs too slow to rotate out. Josh Richardson, the helpless victim. Draymond's passing on point, dished out 15 dimes but no field goals. Curry, a fearless type of display. Supreme confidence. Golden State would have lost by more than 20 without Steph. Looked as best as he's ever looked, but only played 37 minutes due to extended rest by Steve Kerr. Didn't come back in the fourth to the 6:09 mark. Teammate Ken Bazemore called him the best player in basketball that time. His 6 50-point game with at least 10 threes, Klay and Harden second all-time with 2. Having 2 more games of 10 3-pointers in between till his very next with 11, April 14th in OKC. An absolute masterpiece, torching the Young Thunder with 42 in 29 minutes, 11 of 16 from deep, 8 assists, plus 31, 1 8 of 8 from the field, including 6 from downtown, coming off a 53-point dominant win over Denver. The level of confidence in shot making, unreal. Responding to the doubters, whether Steph can carry a team without Klay Thompson, his second straight game with at least 10 trays, 8 straight contests scoring over 30 points despite resting the whole fourth quarter. Draymond's 16 assists helped big time. Curry also having 0 turnovers, whether it's making shots off the dribble, creating for himself, catch and shoot, drive and shoot, step backs, made everything look effortless, a time many believed he was the best player in the game. And Steph absolutely wasn't done. Just 3 days later, reminded the Boston Celtics well over a year in advance to prepare for his greatness. Despite a 5-point loss on the road, Ken Bazemore forced to play 32 minutes, Juan Toscano Anderson 25, Curry 11 of 19 from deep, 37 minutes, a shootout with Jason Tatum who dropped 44, Steph having one of the craziest circus shots all time, and 1 3-pointer. Unbelievable, just one of hundreds of Steph's incredible highlights. Marcus Smart had no chance, ridiculous step backs, many of his baskets in rhythm. The craziest heat check guy the game has ever seen. Every time he touched the ball crossing half court, opposing fans hold their breath. One unbelievable shot after another kept his team close. One of the hottest stretches all time, hitting 10 threes in 4 or 5 games. After having another game with 10 threes, 10 contests later, which we'll get to in a bit, took Curry 106 games before posting another one with 10 plus triples. Offensively, arguably his best pure basketball ever played, debatable of the 2016 year. 2021 Steph a little bit stronger and bigger than his former MVP self. Did it again to OKC, dropped 49, just 29 minutes played, kept his team slightly above 500, 14 of 26 from the floor, a plus 31, having MVP chance with fans allowed back to Chase Center, 5 trays early period, 1 in the second, 5 more in the third, before sitting out the fourth. Vintage Curry doing heavy damage, up 39 after 3, game was already over then, the 5th time his last 15 games with 10 or more threes, and 7th game of the season with over 10, breaking his 2019 mark. When he's hot early and never cools off, other team instantly a long night. Nobody in the history of the world's existence mastered every tool draining the 3-point shot quite like Steph. Literally looks like you're playing 2K on easy mode, 99 rating from deep. Defenders not paying attention for a slight second absolutely makes them pay. After Bradley Beal scored 50 and trailed Curry by 0.2 of a point for the scoring title, Steph took that personally, pulled away. His last 3, absolutely speechless, my goodness. Pretty much guaranteed his second scoring title, while Beal's hamstring forced him out 3 of the last 4 regular season contests. Next game with exactly 10 threes against OKC again, March 7, Curry absolutely lights up the Thunder. but his most recent time with 11 trays, the 4-time champ gave the Pacers a taste of their own medicine. February 8, 2024, made his first 7 bombs before missing one, a time Golden State wasn't in the play-in picture, needing to step up. Just 30 minutes, 15 of 22 shooting, 11 of 16 downtown, 42 big points, a helpless Halliburton limited with 5. The night before, the 35-year-old had a miserable shooting night, going 2 of 7 in Philly, just 9 points. Talk about a sick bounce back, beating Indy for the first time since December of 2021. 29 first half points, cooled off a little bit second half, but his teammates picked it up. Many criticized the franchise not making any deadline moves, but just a reminder, whenever Golden State has Steph Curry out there, they have a puncher's chance, going 4-1 on that road trip. But the Pacers weren't the biggest loser that night. It was former Warrior teammate Corey Joseph dealt to the Pacers, traveling with his former team to go to his new team, only to get waived by Indy that same day. Super awkward, one-of-a-kind career moment. Stephen Curry being the most transcendent player of this generation, about to turn 36, appreciating greatness to the fullest, never taking an all-time great like that for granted. Memories we'll forever cherish. No player has changed and transformed the game more so than Wardell Stephen Curry in the 21st century.